Hey y'all, my name is Jazz. In today's video, I'm finally getting to start some seeds. I have pots that I bought last year, some pieces of paper because I cannot find my tags, tape to attach them, the marker, of course, too. A marker to write the thingies on the, and a marker to label everything with. Okay. Alrighty, so, I need seeds. Hand me the seeds, please. Here's my bucket of seeds. Now I gotta figure out what I'm actually gonna start. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and direct sow the okra. So I'm not starting that today. The morning glories, okay, I'm really embarrassed. In the video where I was going over my seeds, I got really confused by the 2 bags of morning glory seeds. 23, 2024. They're from 2 different years. Okay, anyway, moving on. Loofah, I will also direct sow. If I plant any carrots, I will direct sow. Same thing with the peas. Okay, the tomatoes I'm definitely going to start. My bajillion strains of cucumbers will be direct sow. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to start some basil. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. Parsley, I'm going to try to direct sow. Yeah, I mean, because I'm just like sitting here kind of thinking, how do I want to organize this? And I think I know what I'm doing here. Okay, so like the squash and the beets and the radishes will be also direct sow. I do have an open packet of basil, so I'll start those. Oh, sage. I have plenty of sage. My sage survived the winter, so I don't really need to start more. Peppers, herbs, all the stuff on this side I'm gonna try to start today maybe, and then stuff on this side I'm gonna direct sow. These are regular Romas, 3 open packages. So we'll start some Romas for sure, along with the San Marzanos. So we'll have 2 different types of sauce tomatoes. Romas and San Marzanos. So cayenne serrano, habanero, jalapenos, pepper petite color blend. I don't know, never even opened. Unopened package. This is easily 8-10 years old.
I knew you were gonna say 10. When you start making that face, it's longer than 5.
Yeah. So we'll see if those work. More aromas. Those are probably so old they're not gonna engorge. The loofahs. I'll probably start a couple of the loofah seeds I bought last year, and then I'll probably start a few of the loofah seeds that I saved from last year. Hungarian yellow wax, lavender, 2 open packets of jalapeno. Okay, did I already pull? Yeah, I already pulled those up. I have so many pepper seeds, it's ridiculous. Okay, there's an open packet of cayenne. Oh, there's an open packet of habanero, so I'm not gonna open a new packet. Should I try the chocolate cherry tomatoes?
Yes.
They are also close to 10 years old. Just basil. Okay. Broccoli. More tomatoes. I don't think I'm gonna do any slicing tomatoes this year. And then other than the chocolate cherries, I don't think I'm gonna do any cherries either. And then I have more cucumber seeds than any one individual needs. I think I got a little too excited about the cucumbers. Okay, that's it. And everything else I'm gonna direct sow after the last frost. Eventually I'll get it. Maybe not. I don't know. But literally, look at, I have way too many cucumbers, I think. Those are the same variety. Those both say muncher, but the picture on them looks different. So
that's
probably
a crazy
the same variety.
Name for.
Well, they're slicing cucumbers.
That's a crazy name for cucumber.
Yeah, they're eating cucumbers, not pickling cucumbers. So, yeah, I've got National Pickling, Garden Bush, Straight 8, Muncher. There's another National Pickling. Okay, so I really only have 4 varieties. I just have a lot of packets. So I'll probably do a couple of each and kind of go from there and see what happens. Maybe I can actually get a decent amount of cucumbers this year. All right, that's it for that. These are the ones I'm direct sowing. These are the ones I'm going to try to start today. All right, let's get started. First, I need to put some gloves on. Protect these nails. Anybody who tells you can't garden with nails is lying to you. Just wear gloves. Or make your nail lady mad and don't wear gloves and still get your nails done.
Right, do you want to show this camera what you're doing? Like what bag you're using?
One, I don't want to like name drop or anything, so I'm just using a seed starting mix. It's very light and fluffy soil. It shouldn't have a whole lot of nutrients in it. So I'm just gonna fill all these cells here. Okay, now the real question is, what am I gonna... The soil is very light and fluffy. It doesn't have any big chunks in it. It's designed basically just to get the seed started. It doesn't have any nutrients in it because the seed doesn't need nutrients for the first little bit until it starts growing. I'm gonna start with the chocolate cherry tomatoes. These are very sweet. I have managed to grow a few in the past. Don't have a lot. I have 5 seeds and 6 cells. Rude. There are no more. So I'm gonna just drop 1 seed in each cell. If I had more, I would probably drop 2 in each cell, but I don't. I'm just gonna poke them down in there and cover them up. Now the watering can. Get them all a little wet.
This one.
I know. I'm getting it. Alright, so I should label that before I move it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put anything in that other cell because I don't want to confuse myself, and I just think it'll be easier. Easier for my little brain. There we go. Now we know what that one is. And that's it for those chocolate cherry tomatoes.
I mean the thing.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Next, probably just going to do one for each type of thing. Same thing, just going to fill this up. My big goal for this year with gardening is learning how to fertilize. So that ought to be a fun journey. I have really struggled with fertilizing in the past. Either I've over-fertilized or under-fertilized, and either way you end up messing everything up. We're going to work on that this year. The San Marzanos. And since we don't have a lot of frost days left this year, like where it's actually going to get down below freezing, I'm going to just put everything out in the cold frame up front. That way I don't have to try to store them in my house. Now, since I got plenty of these seeds, I'm going to put 2 in each cell. And I can either cull them or separate them later when they get bigger. Alright, so I put 2 in each cell. Take my little tool here. I don't know where I got this little tool from. I think I got some fertilizer, like some mushroom-based fertilizer. Also gonna have to work on watering this year.
Gonna tag it?
Oh yeah, gotta tag it. It's more fun to figure it out once they start growing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Way more fun.
For who? Because I don't think it's you.
No, yeah, you're probably right. That probably wouldn't be very much fun for me. San Marzano. I'm making sure to kind of push this down, but not pack it too tight. Because I want the seeds to have plenty of room to breathe, but I also don't want the soil to be too loose either. This one's going to be Romas. I really have a bunch of these. I'm going to do the same thing, 2 per cell. I think that's it for the tomatoes. Yeah, like I'm not doing any cherries other than the chocolate cherries. I don't feel like doing any cutting tomatoes. Roma. Now, all these peppers and herbs. So we got habanero, Hungarian yellow wax, this random pepper. Let's see, we only need one of these. All right. Okay. These are the last ones I'm gonna start today.
Jesus.
What?
That was aggressive smack.
It was an aggressive smack. You're an aggressive smack. She let me off. She's threatening me with water now. Abuse. Elder abuse. She sprayed me with elder abuse.
Yep. Call DHS.
For reference, although this video may be a week or two coming out, today is March 12th. We are starting seeds very late. Very late. That's okay. I tried being that January person last year and it really backfired on me. I ended up having, flowers blooming in my cold frame and it was still winter. So it backfired on me. And then I waited too long this year. I overcompensate every time.
One direction or the other.
Right, yeah. There's no in between with me. This is the Hungarian wax. And just like the tomatoes, I'm going to go ahead and start 2 per cell. Just in case. You never know with these older seeds. I may not get a very good germination rate. It's the last of the package. I'm going to just toss them all in there. I can always cull the herd, pick out the strongest ones. Cool thing about putting them in the cold frame instead of trying to start them inside is I won't have to get them used to being in the full sunlight because they'll be in the cold frame. Now I have to get them used to wind, but I won't have to get them used to being outside. Water everything in. Hungarian wax peppers. My husband better like all these peppers. He better make some salsa or something. One year he made salsa that was so hot, nobody else would eat it. Like they would take one bite of it and they'd be done. He thought it was hilarious.
Wasn't it purple?
Yeah, I believe so. It was purple. I don't even remember what all peppers he put in there, but it was toxic. He said it was delicious, but it was very hot.
He's fucking crazy, dude.
Yes. I swear the man has no taste buds. And half of his children are just like him. The other half are weenies, just like him.
I could take some heat, but not a lot.
Yeah, I like a little bit of spice. I don't mind a little bit of heat,
but burning your ass all hot? No.
Yeah, not to where I want to die, which is pretty much anything over like a 1 or a 2 at a time, please. Some big old weenie. I mean, all those spicy jellies and jams I made last winter strictly for him, and he loved them. The habanero jelly, he said it started off, was real sweet at first, and then it hit you. So maybe I can do that again for him this year. All right, so this time, this one is Serranos. Last year I didn't get hardly any. The peppers that did grow were starts that I got from the garden center. It's a locally owned place called the Greenhouse. It's fantastic. My granddaughter thought it looked like the botanical gardens in New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's really very...
The greenhouse.
It's very deceptively, like, from the front, it doesn't look like it's very big. You walk in and you go through this smallish building, and then there's like an acre behind it, easily, of just greenhouses. And they're full of native plants and perennials and pretty much any landscaping item you could possibly want, they have it. And then once we get past last frost, that place will be full of starts of vegetables, and pretty much any kind of vegetable, herb, pepper, they have succulents, everything you could possibly want. It's amazing. Shout out to your local nursery. Always check your local nursery. They always have cool shit. There is the Serranos. This is the Pepper Petite Color Blend. Okay. Heat color blend. Alright. Alright, this is habanero, which I never got to grow last year. I had planted some, but they never grew. Hopefully putting everything in a sunny spot this year will help it all grow better. There's the habaneros. Jalapenos! That's not a really neat idea, and I don't know if it'll work. And maybe somebody will be able to say they've tried something like this. Somebody put like red Christmas ornaments on their tomato plants before anything really started ripening up, so that they gave up on the plants before the squirrels gave up on the plants before the tomatoes started ripening. We got to find a way to distract the squirrels, because I can't afford to like build an enclosure.
Part of the dream. But
I figured, okay, I did a little bit of math, and I figured out like the square footage I'd need, and you know, top to bottom, all that. Even if I could buy, find reclaimed free wood, I'd still have to buy the hardware cloth to keep everything out. Be at least $300 just for the hardware cloth. I ain't got that kind of cash. Not for that kind of project. Not yet. Hopefully one day, maybe. But all right, cayenne. This stuff was wildly successful last year, even in the shaded area. I really hope those plants come back this year. While it's going to be mostly in the 50s to 80s for the next month during the day, there will be nights where it gets down into the 30s. So, and even below. So even though we're not going to be cold during the day, it will get pretty cold at night. So that's why we can't just put these out now, even though it's going to be warm, deceptively warm during the day. I mean, I'm fighting the desire to put my golden pothos outside. So I know it could really use the fresh sunlight, but I don't want to try to remember to bring it in at night. There's the cayenne. There's the cayenne. Now, to do the basil and the parsley. The parsley did not make it through the winter. Ugh. I need to go get some Thai basil from Cow Nguyen's so I can propagate it. Parsley seeds are really, really tiny. So I'm just going to sprinkle a few in here in each cell. Instead of trying to push those down into the soil, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on top. Water's not going in. Alright, there's the parsley. And last but not least, my favorite. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do 2 cells of that basil. We will use it. There's the basil seeds. Oops. Yeah, I couldn't push those in. Even if I wanted to, I cannot see them in the dirt. Basil done. Alright, that's it. That is all the seeds I have to plant right now. Well, that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for watching. We do try to upload every week, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos. Bye!